We are live. We are back. Welcome to another edition of the All Sports Matters podcast. I am your host, Mr. All Sports Matter himself, Amir Sharaz Ortiz, aka Poppy Ortiz 02, on Twitter, Instagram, and now we are on TikTok just as much. It's a special edition. It's a Saturday. Don't adjust your TVs, your sites, your computers, your phones, your tablets, whatever it is, your Oculuses, whatever you're on. We are on there as well. This is a special Saturday edition of the All Sports Matters podcast as we preview the divisional round weekend. We're down to 8 teams in the NFL, and we will also discuss Monday night the NCAA National Championship game that is without an SEC team for the last 2 seasons. Just want to make sure I throw that out there. Before I continue on, obviously I'm not alone. I'm never alone. I am bringing my brothers on stage. Mr. Moore, what's going on, sir?
Well, I was sitting here sharing to the other pages, but chilling, man. I like how you keep throwing them digs at the SEC.
I'm stating facts. I never. Here's one thing about me. I might talk all the trash I am, but it's always facts.
You're a hater.
Well, maybe, but I'm not. I'm not saying I'm not. I'm just saying I only speak facts. I accentuate the fact that SEC has not been in the championship game for the last 2 seasons. Just want to throw that out there. But before we continue on, speaking of the SEC, Mr. Washington South himself, the Alabama Slammer. That's our new team, Mr. DeBauer, has made the chef himself. Happy Saturday. He does not drink coffee. He brings the tea, and we are not talking about gossip. We are talking about hot tea. What's going on?
Real hot tea. And boy, the hate be so real. Lord,
it's not hate though. I'm speaking all facts.
You're a hater.
It's rather hateful.
I spin it. I spin it. You know, it's
you can spin it 360. It's still gonna be hate.
Hate does not look good on you, sir.
You don't.
We would like to mention that our brother will be here eventually. Apparently, there's a team-only meeting going on in New Orleans. Something's going on with the pipes down there. That's on him, and he'll figure that out. He'll get with us eventually. So whenever JB hops on, we'll welcome him, another SEC fan. Well, that's again.
Hey, look, you're an SEC country, brother.
Yeah, very well.
Well, I am now.
SEC hate does not look good on you.
Hold on, I am now because Texas has moved on. I need a Big 12 team.
I mean, you were in Georgia before that.
Mm.
Touche.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe the Army was comprised of SEC followers, and that's where they placed these bases. That's not on me. Maybe. I don't know. But either way, first game of the day. Since you were in red, you represented the Kansas City Chiefs. That's all I see right now.
Oh, okay.
They're playing against CJ Stroud and the 0-5 division record that the Houston Texans have. Just want to throw it out there again. There's facts. And Houston finally get their first win and make it to the conference championship.
Absolutely not. I'm surprised they beat the Chargers last week, man, to be honest with you. That team is limping right now. They're getting by on the skin of their teeth.
Which team will show up?
Well,
which team is going to show up? Is it
I just want to throw out there that Justin Herbert decided to have the worst game of his career.
Yeah, he did.
3 interceptions all season, 4 interceptions in a playoff game. So obviously Houston was the benefactors of that. But that offense actually moved the ball. Nico Collins and CJ Stroud has been on one accord. Like they have been all season, but that's it. Mixon got going just a little bit. Maybe that's what they need to get going today. How can Houston Texans win this game?
They can't.
In the
I don't know what else they can't. I don't see a way. I don't see a path for them.
I don't know that they can do enough to win the game. There's a way, but I don't know if they can do it. That's the problem.
So
not with Kansas City bringing their 12th man with them today. They keep their 12th man with them.
But Rob, you said there's a way, but what's the way?
they're gonna have to get in the trenches and find a way to control that passing game. The running game is really not a problem. It's the passing game and Mahomes. And that, can you do it? I mean, it's a possibility, but they have to prove they can do it.
That's the problem. They don't run it enough.
But the Chiefs,
and that's the problem. They don't run it enough.
The Chiefs haven't been playing like the Chiefs of old. The Chiefs have been scraping by this year.
Yeah, but this playoff time.
And they got reps.
Playoff time. You know that Mahomes, he'll lollygag what you got to do. You know what I'm saying, through the regular season. But come playoff time, man, they be locked in, and they're healthy-ish now. They got Pacheco back. They got Rob's favorite receiver, Hollywood Brown, back. Like they're getting healthy now. So and they had last week the rest. So it's gonna be a long day for the Texans, in my opinion.
I just don't see the Chiefs dominating. I think there's gonna be a close game, like a 27-23 type game. I do have the Chiefs as well. I just don't see them dominating. And Nico Collins, they don't have the defense to stop a Nico Collins. They have the pass rush, but not the secondary.
Right, the secondary. I'm with you. I'm saying 21-20.
So there's a way. There's a way. We're saying these games are gonna be close. So there is a way.
My girl, she says she's sick of the Chiefs.
Oh, I only root for the Chiefs during the regular season.
Yeah, you only root for them during fantasy season. It's not even the whole regular season, just fantasy season.
Yeah. But I'm just trying to figure out what can Kansas City. How can Kansas City mess up? Did them forcing the ball to Kelsey? Because that's what they did week 17. They was pushing the ball to Kelsey all game for some reason. They changed their strategy. They didn't play that way all year. And
I think the Texans defense is going to show up. I think they'll show up. The defense has been playing pretty good here late. So I think the defense will show up, but I just don't know. I don't think it'll be enough to beat the Chiefs, though.
The one thing I will say, if something happens to Kelsey, it'll be real interesting. But Kelsey's been really durable. I got to give him his props. He's been extremely durable. So that's the one X factor that if you can't control that pass and that connection with Mahomes and Kelsey, which nobody has been able to, it's null and void.
Yeah, but now you got Xavier Worthy showing up. You got your boy Hollywood showing up.
That ain't my boy.
Pacheco's back.
That's your boy.
Pacheco's back. They still got Kareem Hunt. Like they have Noah Gray was doing his thing.
Gray
have other options.
Gray is there. Yeah. Noah Gray is truly an X factor that nobody's seen coming.
Well, when they shut down Kelsey all season, they found another option.
Right.
Yeah. They make options happen.
JB, welcome to the show.
We in the building.
Chiefs
showing up to work, sir.
Houston, who you got, and how much are the Chiefs winning by?
I said what I said.
Been at work since this morning, sir. But to answer your question, Mr. All Sports Matter, because I don't count Fleck. He doesn't count for anything. The Florida fan.
Jesus.
Wow.
I think the Chiefs will win. I do think and I've been hearing a whole lot of ridiculousness on the likes of ESPN and stuff. Yes, I'm calling y'all out, ESPN, because y'all tripping. Because they said that today is going to be full of just upsets. They said that the Houston Texans are going to upset the Chiefs, and the Detroit Lions are going to be upset by the Washington.
Yeah, we don't have to get to
that. Were you watching Jason Whitlock or something? What
No. It was the Whitlock show. I was like, what is happening right now? I didn't know what was going on in the world. But I think the Chiefs will win. I don't think they're going to win by as much as everybody thinks. Maybe 6.
I think they win by 13. I think they win by at least 2 touchdowns.
Ooh.
At least 2. Maybe more. I think Andy Reid gonna have them boys locked in.
Here's
I mean, they lost their assistant GM though.
Right. Here's another take though. That starting lineup for the Chiefs has not played in 2 weeks. This will be week number 3. They didn't play week 18. They've had the first round bye. That's 2 weeks. This is week 3. So
you're saying they're
I'm
rested.
expecting them to move a little slow.
So you're saying they're rested then?
But we're not talking about.
But not
We're not talking
improving.
about everybody else's team. We're talking about the Chiefs. They're
Right.
kind of used to.
And you cannot count out that 12th man.
Yeah, and then again, Taylor Swift in the building.
As long, boy, we don't say that little girl name on the show. As long as their checks cleared, they'll be fine.
I thought that was read about the 12th man.
I know who you're a fan of.
You know what, Amir? that flat back.
Jesus.
That's what I thought he meant about the 12th man. I thought he meant.
What are you doing?
What I missed?
It was flat back.
No,
what I missed?
He said,
And front.
as long as I worry about that 12th man, I thought you meant Taylor Swift as a 12th man. But
Oh no, I meant the refs.
Flat back and front.
I meant the refs. If I'm talking about her, I say that little girl.
That's hilarious.
Travis Kelce gonna beat you in the head.
Travis Kelce can come get these hands.
These paws. Come get these paws.
Can go get these hands.
we are moving on to the night game where the commandants of the Washington football team will be playing against the very good, very fast, very capable Detroit Lions, who for the first time in, I think, forever, they're the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
I really like this. I really like the Commodores. I really do. But this Lions offense is just like clicking on like all cylinders, and they're getting David Montgomery back. David Montgomery is back in the lineup today.
Yeah.
They signed it back to Knuckles. So
Yeah, man. So I really like the Commodores though. But I just don't that like I said, that Lions offense is just clicking.
here's what I hope does not happen, because you see it all the time when a player gets injured, when they come back, they try to force feed them and force them into the lineup, and so they can get back what they missed out on. I hope the Lions don't go away from what they've been doing with Gibbs and to try to get Montgomery back into the swing of things. I hope he gets into it naturally and they get back into the dynamic duo that they've been having, but let Gibbs continue to be the head on that snake, because you gonna need both of them. But right now is not the time to change up what you've been doing. I like this picture to this weekend, and I was really looking forward to it. This is one of them. So.
Those teams that have to force players on don't have a number 2 like Gibbs.
Like that. Yeah.
So the Lions have the luxury of, they have a Laporta, Amon Brown, Tim Patrick, Jahmyr Gibbs. They got other players that can help ease Montgomery back into the lineup. They don't have to. He doesn't have a full workload anyway. When it was both of them, so he didn't have a full workload anyway.
Dictated by the game. It's
Right.
literally dictated by the game.
Exactly.
He will be eased in, and he will be just fine. I think it's going to come down to those explosive plays that you get from Jameson Williams, you get from Amon-Ra St. Brown, you get from Gibbs, and every now and then you're gonna get Montgomery. Montgomery is going to give you an explosive play. It's gonna happen, and then not on top of that, they are the masters of literally trick plays. They will run a trick play out of nobody's book that you've ever seen, and it'll be phenomenal. I just don't see anybody getting past Detroit right now.
Right. They'll throw an offensive lineman a touchdown.
You know
what I mean? Like, yeah. You that's the, like I said, that's the one team that I don't have to worry about. Oh, we're gonna rush Montgomery back. You don't have to. You know what I'm saying?
He is a ridiculous person. And I do 100%. I'm taking all bets as to how many trick plays over under 9. I'm gonna set the number at 9.
9's a little high.
9 through the entire playoffs, or 9 today?
Yeah, 9's a little
through the playoffs.
Okay, that's still high though.
I'm going to throw one wrinkle in there. What Jared Goff are we getting? Playoff Jared Goff,
or Rams?
We got to pause there. Jared Goff has not shown that he is him in the playoffs.
Until he shows me a decline this year, I'm gonna go with he's on the incline. He's on his way up.
I'm with Rob.
I'm not knocking him. What I'm saying is Jared Goff will throw that 1 or 2 interceptions that will keep the Commanders in there. And the Commanders have been known a proven fact that they're a fourth quarter team, and they do not give up. McLaurin starts going off. Jaden Daniels obviously has been Jaden Daniels, and they these last few weeks they got Zacchaeus who's been stepping up. Daimi Brown last week just went off. We're not, as much as we love to say the Lions are them, I want to digress just a little bit and say Goff has to show that he is not him that he's shown in the playoffs in the past.
But the thing about Washington is their secondary is not really like that. Lattimore's like that.
Lattimore got his ass lit up last week.
We talking about Mike,
Yeah,
but you got to talk about
Lattimore. Lattimore is not the Saints. Lattimore is not what Washington has right now.
No, he's not there. But he's the
not
one
that lockdown corner that he was when he was with the Saints.
And he's not a lockdown, but he's at least a decent enough corner to where you kind of have to know something of where he's at. You don't have to go away from him anymore, but
get somebody else to do it.
So I have a couple of questions that popped up on my page. Say what golf are you talking about? Super Bowl golf or playoff golf? Because there's a difference. His defense will slow down the Detroit run if Philly makes it, because we all know what Philly does. And then somebody said fly Eagles fly. So I know all y'all
talking about the Eagles. That's why nobody likes them right now.
That's why nobody.
We ain't even talking about the Eagles.
Why is he even mentioning them?
I'm telling you the comments that's happening.
I know what you're telling me, and that's my response to them.
I get it. Now, Rob, who said Rob? You said until you see a decline, you'll say he on the incline. I mean, everybody say that about Sam Darnold,
but we saw this. We
saw that decline happening. Though.
No, we saw the decline the week before. Remember, he had the
week before that. He was struggling the week before that too.
I definitely wasn't fit to say that about Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold ain't, but that's the difference.
Sam Darnold cost himself $20 million a year.
Yeah, he cost himself a lot of money.
Yeah, Sam Darnold.
The difference with Darnold and golf is Darnold don't have a sonic in the knuckle. So
Sam Darnold played well, and nobody expected it.
Exactly.
Nobody.
Golf has been doing this for a couple of years now.
Yeah, golf has been playing.
He's been playing at an elite level. I'll say it that way. He's been playing at an elite level the last few seasons. Sam Darnold played at an elite level the first half of this season.
First half of the season. MVP Sam.
First quarter of the season, because after the first 4 games, he kind of struggled a little bit.
Who do y'all got? Commanders of the Lions. What's the score? What do y'all got going on for tonight?
I got the Lions. I got the Lions winning 34-20. It's gonna be something like that. 34-27. It's gonna be something like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say 38-24 Lions, because like I said, I with all those weapons, I just don't see Washington being able to go into Detroit and stop them. I'm sorry.
I'm going Detroit 33-31. Last second.
It's going to be something like that. It's going to be some points put on the board by both teams, and
yeah, they both going to put some numbers up.
And this is the crazy part. Like, I gave my prediction, 34-20, 34-27, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Commodores won.
No.
You know what I mean? Because they played lights out in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
When it matters most.
Right.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they won. I just don't think that they will.
I do have a Mr. Joseph Lyons. He picked the Commanders 35-34. So it could very well go that way.
I'm not against the Commanders possibly winning this game as well. I'm picking the Lions just based off that team dynamic, and they've been there. Them losing in the conference championship last year. They beat themselves, by the way, but
I don't believe
yeah, yeah, they did. Yeah, they
No.
did. Yeah, they did.
sir.
They beat themselves. Them 17ers and San Fran ain't do nothing.
That's true,
It
sir.
was all lines, and that's what I'm telling you. That's the Jared Goff I get scared at because Jared Goff lost that game last year. But I'm hoping he doesn't lose it this year.
Was it Jared Goff or was it Campbell?
I'm not about to argue with you about the past.
I'm just asking. I'm not arguing. I'm just asking. Was it Goff or was it Campbell with the calls, with the play calls?
No. Well, that too. Dan Campbell could be his own worst enemy. We know that.
Really can.
He ain't never seen a fourth down he ain't want to go for. I'll tell you that.
But yeah, he managed when it comes to fourth down. Now fourth down, he going for your neck.
But so
As an offensive player, you love to play for him. As a defensive player, you're like, what the hell are we doing here?
Exactly.
Dan
Where my
Quinn,
damn blood pressure meds at?
Dan Quinn has been known to go for it this year on fourth down as well.
He has.
He really has.
This game might have
So
like
it's gonna be who could convert the most fourth downs?
yeah.
Yeah, it could get crazy.
Zero punts.
Yep. So that is today's game. Then we're going to roll over to tomorrow. The first game of the day is those Eagles of Philadelphia against the Rams, who many
I like this Rams.
are picking
I like this
because of
Rams.
their offense.
The upstart Rams.
I like this Rams off. I like this Rams team.
I
The
just,
defense has been playing pretty good.
did I not? They don't need him. They double teaming him to let Puka do what Puka do.
What's up, Betts?
What it do, Biff?
What's going on, Marcus? I like this Rams team, and I'm telling you right now, the last week Eagles are not beating these Rams tomorrow.
Nah.
The way those Eagles looked last week, and I get it, Jalen Hurts was out for 4 weeks due to concussion, so I understand that he wasn't practicing. He was a little bit off, but for some reason, he wanted to run a lot. I don't understand that when you're coming off concussion, all he wants to do is run. But that team is not going to beat the Rams. So something got to give. Saquon's going to have to be Saquon that
You
we
ain't gotta worry
know
about
them
that.
to win.
I mean, AJ need to stop reading. And
No, don't put that on AJ. He can't throw the ball to himself.
I'm gonna say this. I think this week they implement AJ a lot. They're gonna put AJ in the game this week, and it's gonna get really out of control. I don't believe you'll see the same Eagles that you saw last week. I think it's gonna be a concerted effort to get AJ involved early, 2, get Saquon going, and 3, the defense is gonna bite down hard and try to slow down as best as they possibly can the Puka train, because Puka is out of control.
Cooper Kupp is going to have to show up.
He has to.
Cooper
If he
Kupp
don't,
has
they
to show
win.
up because Philly has the corners. Philly has the secondary to take away Puka.
Yeah.
Whether they do it or not, I don't know, but they have the secondary in place to do it. Cooper Kupp is going to have to show up, especially with Tyler Higbee being out.
right.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp is going to have to show up.
He's got to be there. Where is CJ Gardner Johnson at? Is he in
He's
Philly?
in Philly.
I can't stand him. He is the main reason I want the Philadelphia Eagles to lose.
Not the fans.
I can get past them. CJ Gardner.
I don't have an issue with the fans.
They don't. CJ Gardner Johnson does not deserve to win anything. He's the NFL's version of Patrick Beverly.
So for those,
Special edition, Marcus. Special edition, man.
so for those of you just now tuning in, welcome to another edition of the All Sports Matters podcast. This is a special edition of the All Sports Matters podcast divisional weekend. We would like to believe that 2025 is going to be the year of fluidity. So we might show up on Saturday. We might show up at your house. I'm just saying, hey, tell us. We will tell you when we about to show up.
Everybody
It might be Monday before the Natty, and we'll get to that as well. Go Notre Dame, but we'll get to that in a minute. Going back to the Eagles versus the Rams, both teams are obviously good. They're good teams. Coach Sean McVay's going to have his team in there. I'm gonna tell you right now, my friend, I'm glad that you brought that up. There's anybody that I totally despise is the face of Nick Sirianni.
Oh my God. He always looked like he just either just finished crying or just finished smelling.
That face of Nick Sirianni is a punchable.
Like, what's wrong with you? You just smell some vapor rub? What's happening?
I can't. That's the reason I don't like the Eagles fans. Because of Nick Sirianni.
That's hilarious.
I got a cousin.
You know you're welcome on anytime, bitch.
I got a cousin that's watching right now. He an Eagles fan. Bruh, let me tell you something. Whoever win this game tomorrow, they're not beating either team from today. They're not go beat the Lions or the Commanders. So it's all for nothing.
I'm not going to go that far and say that.
I'm
not going to go that far and say that.
Right now, 1 almost 30 in the afternoon on Saturday. I'm saying that y'all can come back to the tape. It don't matter. I said it.
I'm not saying
I can't co-sign that one.
I like being on.
Well, you said it. I'm just saying I can't co-sign.
That is another Jason Whitlock take.
Right? Yeah. Well, you've been studying film this week, huh?
Yeah, I don't know.
Studying that Jason Whitlock film this week, huh?
I don't know what you got going on, but I'm telling you right now.
Jason Sirianni is a Nate version. I think he meant Mel, but he said Nate version of Renee Zellweger.
I think these four teams are very capable of winning out. Mm-hmm. These four teams.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if any of these four teams ended up in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. I would. Right.
But I think the Rams beat the Eagles this weekend, though.
The question is, what team has a better roster than the Eagles?
Who?
The question was asked, what team have a better roster than the Eagles?
The Lions.
The Lions.
Next question.
Like, what are we talking about?
I'm just telling y'all the question.
I mean, we didn't even have to use no college credit hours for that. We all were like, what?
Hey, AJ could have answered that one.
Hey, and I mean, when you typed that, he was like, he thought he was eating too when he typed it.
Right. Stevie Wonder can see who has better and see that.
He does have a very punchable face.
Yes, that is true.
He does.
We do not condone violence on this show.
No, we understand.
But we understand.
I just read the comment. I didn't say we.
But okay, so
that wasn't at you.
No, I know.
All right, I'm gonna meet you halfway. I'll meet you halfway, JB. The winner of this next game, potentially, I believe, is going to be the winner, and that's the winner of the Bills and Ravens.
Ooh, I like, and this is the second game this weekend. I said I was excited for. I can't wait.
That game finishes out the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow night, or tomorrow evening is like 6:00, I believe it starts.
Yep.
The Ravens and the Buffalo Bills, the two teams.
That's gonna be
MVP 1, MVP 2, and I can see a co-MVP.
You know what? I think the winner of this game wins MVP. I know it's a regular season award, but I think the winner of this game wins MVP.
Yeah.
Just saying. Talk to me, Chef. This is your team.
Look.
If there's anybody you should be worried about, it's this game here.
This one is going to be good. This is going to be a really good game. It's going to be physical. Matt Milano's back and some of the other players on defense. So it's going to be a different game from the game earlier this year. They're going to be physical. They're going to be flying around to the ball. But the good thing is Baltimore's defense has gotten way better in the last few weeks. Thank God. Praise God. Because they were running my nerves straight through the roof. The roof. And Zay Flowers he's been up and down. I don't know if he's going to play or not. Right now, he's listed as not being able to play, but he was doing some work on the field.
Zay Flowers?
Yeah, he was doing some work yesterday on the field. So it's a possibility that he comes out. But if he doesn't, I still think with Lamar, Derrick Henry, you still got Mark Andrews. You got Isaiah Likely, who's been playing out of his mind lately. And I don't know what Bateman is on, but I sure am appreciative. I am so grateful right now because I did not see this coming at all. And then we kind of forgot about Nelson Aguilar. He's still out there. can make some little plays.
We forgot about who?
Hey, no, we didn't kind of. We forgot.
I was about to say we forgot about who?
Exactly. Huh?
Y'all just get a new receiver? Y'all just sign somebody?
He can't play in the postseason. He can't play in the postseason.
That's the beauty of playing chess, not checkers. We're gonna hold him right where he's at, hoping somebody picks him up so we can get a compensatory pick. So yeah, and so once we get a
he can't play in the postseason.
He can't play in the postseason. We just picked him up so nobody else will pick him. And we want that compensatory.
Ain't nobody gonna sign. Hey, look, the only way y'all gonna get a pick worth anything is if somebody signs him to a contract, a huge contract. Dude is gonna maybe get a prove me goddamn contract in the offseason. And that's gonna be y'all gonna have an 8th round pick, and it's only 7 rounds.
I don't care. But, hey, anything additional we can get, I appreciate it. Because bottom line is that dude, he ain't gonna, like you said, he ain't getting no real contract.
Nobody's gonna sign him to a real contract.
But between
that's the thing right there.
But between
as long as Cruz Henry's in that backfield for y'all gonna be out.
Yeah, and then people tend to forget Mitchell is back there too. So we still got weapons. So, and of course Lamar's gonna do what Lamar do. So I
forget. We just don't care for Mitchell or Aguilar or
the
only people that step up. Bateman has stepped up tremendously.
Yes,
I'll give him that.
Yes.
Not having Zay Flowers may hurt.
Well, not when we got the running game.
I was about to say against Buffalo, that running game I think is going to be more prevalent. You know what I mean? Like I think that's going to be more important for a Baltimore win.
That running game is going to be insanely pertinent.
Prevalent.
I said that wrong too.
Yeah,
prevalent. You mean prevalent?
Prevalent, yeah.
Prevalent, whatever. You knew what the hell I meant, right?
No, I do want to make sure.
But you knew what I meant, right?
Don't you know what I mean when I say what I say?
I mean, until you say the Milwaukee Bucks guy, until you say his name.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Until you say his name, I mean, I'm with you until you say his name.
And Marcus Betts, you're absolutely right. We already mentioned it already. Justice Hill is a problem, especially out the backfield.
Yeah.
It's going to be 10 degrees in the snow. That running game is definitely going to be the reason.
And I'm watching Jim's page too.
On the flip side, though,
you watching my page?
Yeah.
And Josh Allen has been running their asses off too.
We
got to give credit where credit is due. Those boys are running the ball just as much.
The Bills?
Yes.
And that's why I said the running game is going to be more important against the Bills team.
Which team?
Go ahead. My bad.
No, I just want to make sure we're just not one sided saying the
right. No.
The Bills.
James Cook has been playing lights out. Josh Allen has been playing running back at an elite level. So yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what I said. I think whoever wins this game between the Bills and the Ravens, I think, in my opinion, that's going to determine who's the MVP. I know it's a regular season award, but I think that's going to be because it's so close right now.
Right.
And I can't overlook Saquon, but the MVP has turned into a quarterback award.
Right. So Saquon probably of the year.
If in any other year, years past, Saquon would have probably, ran away with it.
Ran away with it.
But it has shifted to such a quarterback award now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You ain't finna smack the shit out of nothing here, bro. And I didn't mention Aguilar.
Hey, you definitely didn't mention Aguilar. That was the big fella that mentioned.
I didn't even call that motherfucker name. I don't even like Nelson Aguilar.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold on.
Look. Somebody want to do that anytime, I got out of character for a hot second.
Oh, I'm like, wait, what just happened?
It's not a real smack.
He didn't take control of his people.
It's not a real smack. It's an Eagles fan who still kind of upset that Aguilar was there and did nothing.
Oh man.
We understand why you upset about Aguilar, Devin. But we all think Aguilar sucks too. So don't worry about it.
They have every right.
Mm-hmm.
I laughed when the Eagles drafted him.
Right. We definitely know he sucks. So yeah.
Or did he come from the Raiders? Did he play for the Raiders too? Huh? The dude have been everywhere.
He did play for the Raiders. He played
He
for
did
the Raiders.
play for
The
the
dude have been everywhere.
He got drafted by the Raiders first, I believe.
He's trash.
Yeah.
Trash. I don't know why the Ravens picked him up, but I laugh every day when they did.
He'll give me like 3 touchdowns that we never expect to get.
Right. It just come out of nowhere. Be like, where did this
Yeah,
guy
they
go?
just come out of nowhere.
We all can agree this game will be won and lost on the ground. Prediction time. This is the game of the weekend. I do believe whoever wins this game has all the cards right to go all the way to the Super Bowl,
Right.
unless Mahomes becomes Mahomes in the playoffs. But
Which is very possible.
Buffalo at home versus the Ravens, 10 degrees in the snow. Who's winning?
Baltimore, 28-20.
I don't want to pick against Baltimore. I don't have a score for you. I got Baltimore winning. I don't have a score though.
You kind of need to score to win.
They'll win by more than 1 point.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
JB?
21-20 Baltimore.
Ugh. That's ridiculous.
And he was drafted by Philly. He played for the Raiders, but he was drafted by Philly.
So we're saying Scott Norwood's going to miss an extra point for him to lose 21-20?
Or they'll score 2 touchdowns and 2 field goals. That's still 20 points there.
Touche.
Okay, I got you. I think Baltimore wins. And I think Baltimore wins because they'll get one more turnover than Buffalo. So they go try to do too much with Josh Allen doing stuff, and he probably fumble or something. So Buffalo's going to win 24-27.
Yeah, I think it's good. With this, I'm with Betts. I don't think there's going to be a lot of throwing in this game. It's going to be who has the better running game.
Right.
So before we move on to Monday night national championship, a couple of football notes. The Cowboys and Deion Sanders, is that a match made in Dallas heaven?
If they can get him out of that, that he has a $10 million buyout with Colorado.
Yeah.
Will that be too?
I don't think he's going to want to come, honestly, in the end.
And if you're one of them cats that went to Colorado to play for Deion, how are you like? Are you like looking at this like, what the hell's going on?
Deion is the one pushing to come to Dallas.
I know.
Dallas hasn't came out and said anything. It's been all Deion.
I mean,
Dallas,
I agree. But I think he's under the impression that he'll be able to somehow get
his son.
Yeah.
Well, the other problem
I don't see the Titans or the Browns trading back to 12 unless this dude throws like 4 or 5 first-round picks at him, and Jerry Jones ain't finna do that. Not with Dak already there.
And then on top of that, you still gonna have to eat either get somebody to take Dak off your hands or eat that money. And Jerry ain't trying to eat that money.
And also, Dak has a no trade clause, so that's a big hindrance.
I didn't know that.
To all of that. Dak does have
that was part of his new contract.
A full no trade clause with this contract.
Although he said he has come out and said he's a fan of Dak, but you knew as soon as his boys was done at Colorado, he was gone.
He was meddling somewhere.
And I just don't see him leaving, man, because he is literally set up so well in Colorado. I don't. And think about it like this: when you think of Colorado football, is who do you think of when you think of Colorado football?
Rashawn Salon.
Cordell Stewart.
I don't even think about him no more.
Rashawn Salon.
Look,
that was the first name I thought of when you said it.
But
wow,
when you talk about Dallas, everybody knows who the face of Dallas is, and Deion's going to come in, but Gary's still going to be there. I just don't see it.
And unless Jerry Jones is willing to like sit down and just own the team, I just don't know how that dynamic's gonna work because Deion is so brash and loud. Jerry Jones is Jerry Jones. I don't see how that would work.
It's not gonna work.
Jerry Jones needs somebody that he could puppeteer.
Say
that right?
Exactly.
The puppet master.
And Deion's
I
not
don't
that.
see Deion being that guy for him.
He's not.
Either way, I just
Will
hope
they get him? I don't know.
So
Go for it.
I just
But
hope
Deion is coming there under the pretense that they can trade up and get Shador. I don't see that one happening.
a lot, and I mean a lot has to happen before any decisions are made. In other words, all of you are right, but all of it has to happen. Dak has to with no trade clause. Tennessee has to get whatever the heck they want to get. Jerry Jones has to pay that buyout. Deion Sanders is going to have to play some ball on the flip side. A lot has to happen for this reunion to take place in Dallas. Also in Dallas today, they finished interviewing Robert Saleh for a head coach. So just want to throw that out there as well. There's your 2 minutes of fame for the 49ers.
I like the way you shot that in there.
What
Yeah.
they do? What did they do?
Exactly. Bingo. Flex like what? Like, huh?
I missed it.
So
I didn't hear it.
this is Robert Saleh's last chance before he goes back to 49ers to be their defensive coordinator.
they did offer him a big contract for some reason.
But he interviewed for the Cowboys position today.
Go for it.
Cowboys. Cowboys.
I did hear they trying. That's a conversation for another day. Yeah. Mhm. Let's talk about Monday.
What happens Monday?
No.
Look, damn. What happens Monday?
Notre Dame go get their heads punched in.
Y'all keep saying that. Y'all keep saying y'all been betting against Notre Dame all those rounds.
And I'm
I had
gonna,
them losing in the first round.
No, we've been betting against you all those rounds.
I'm gonna continue.
What did I do?
You're annoying. You're like Alabama fans. You've
Damn.
been annoying.
What the hell did I do? Damn.
Ah!
I ain't even do that. I'm just sitting there.
God, dog.
Damn.
That's the national championship game in Atlanta.
Everybody catching shots.
National championship game in Atlanta. Monday Night Football. Notre Dame Fighting Irish against the Ohio State Buckeyes, who it has been steamrolling their opponents these playoffs. I guess that loss to Michigan did that, but Notre Dame has held up their end of the bar. They're playing with heart. Freeman has got those boys locked in. So much locked in that the NFL teams are reaching out to him to coach in the NFL. So
I mean, if we want to consider the Bears an NFL team.
we do.
I mean, they got Zendaya for a quarterback. So
What?
they got Zendaya for a quarterback.
That's
Oh
funny.
my God.
That's funny.
No,
That's
don't
hilarious.
disrespect Zendaya like that.
You didn't look at the link that he sent, huh?
I'm sorry, Zendaya. I'm sorry, Tom Holland. You guys are amazing.
Don't get your ass whooped by Spider-Man. That's all I'm saying. It's all for the game till Spider-Man whoop your ass.
He come flipping through the door, be like, "Oh, wait a minute, I don't want
You
it.
won't smoke.
I don't want none of it."
Anywho,
Okay, hey, so are all of you guys in consensus of Ohio State closing out Monday night?
Yes,
I am, and that's not. And I'm not even hating. I'm not even hating in this moment. In this moment, I'm not hating.
Yeah.
Notre Dame has been playing pretty good. They've been playing good.
Yeah.
But Ohio State has just been playing on another level, and I hate to say that because I hate Ohio State.
I just want to throw out that number one ranked defense as far as taking away turnovers, Notre Dame. Just wanted to throw that.
I hear.
Okay.
We hear everything you
We
say.
hear everything you're saying.
I want to make sure y'all
definitely-
No, we hear everything
we
you're saying.
understand.
hear through the hate.
No.
Like I told you, in this moment, I am not hating.
It would be a great story for y'all to win it, but right now, the way Ohio State's been playing,
Right.
I just can't. I can't go against it. They look insane.
But what if
They look insane on all sides, in every aspect of the football. They look amazing.
did we forget 3 weeks ago they lost to Michigan? Or 4 weeks ago?
And then they turn around
And what have they done
Oregon
since
in the face, like
And what
the
have they
same
done
thing
since
they
then?
lost to earlier.
Just
They
saying.
put Oregon.
But what have
right
they
in
done
the face.
since then?
Yeah, exactly.
They saved Ryan Day's job. That's what they have since then.
You can say whatever you want, but in the end, they are beating the brakes off everybody right now.
I just don't see a path for for Notre Dame to win this one.
They're going to have to play damn near a perfect game on every aspect of the football.
I'm not hating. I'm not saying that Notre Dame doesn't have a chance. They have a chance.
I'm also going to go.
They have a chance.
I'm trying to analyze this correctly because I too believe Ohio State will close it out. But I'm a fan / analyst. I'm trying to throw out there Notre Dame's running game is not something Ohio State has seen in a while. Meaning, Texas would have ran the ball just a few more times. That would have been a lot different. Play caller Sarkisian messed that up. They were first and goal at the 4 or 5 yard line, four passing plays. Like, run the ball. Notre Dame runs the ball.
Yeah. Again, we hear you. And we're with you.
So how much run? Like, okay, so the first, who did they play first game of the playoffs?
Yeah.
Dude broke off the 98-yard run, the second play of the game, and then had 12 yards the rest of the game.
You talking about that Oregon game?
No, it was the Indiana game.
Indiana.
Oh, you're talking about
First game. It was the first game, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He broke off that 96, 98-yard run, something like that, and then finished with 110 yards.
They also have other running backs.
But none of them did anything.
I guess.
That's what I'm saying. I look, you know your team better than I do.
All of us.
I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, they can't run the ball, but I'm just saying off of what I saw.
The combination of Riley Leonard and Jeremiah Love, those two have to be more consistent in moving the ball on the ground. I don't trust Riley Leonard to throw. I'm telling you that right now. If the game's on the line, I don't trust him to throw. He holds it too long in that damn pocket. But on the flip side, Ohio State's wide receivers is the reason why they win, not Will Howard. Okay, I'm not
getting it to the receivers though.
That's what I was just about to say. Isn't he getting it to him?
I'm telling you, I don't trust. No, I understand what you're saying.
Okay,
but those wide receivers stay open. They have stayed open. That's where the pressure of this number 1 ranked Notre Dame defense is going to have to close that down. What if they close down the wide receivers? Now, do you trust Will Howard to make the plays?
Yeah.
Have to. Yeah.
And I'm with John Marshall on that one. You saying Notre Dame's running backs. Ohio State. Hey, Jukins came from Ole Miss. He been balling. Trayvon Henderson been balling.
He totally been balling.
They got running backs too. The running backs, they play their role. They haven't had to do much because the passing game has been wide open.
I believe.
What's the tight end's name from Ohio State? Because he is a blocking machine. Dude is like a blocking fool. Like he opens up lanes for like running back and wide receivers. Because that screen pass, that reverse that Smith had, he was out there blocking like 3 people at one point. I'm like, this dude is a maniac. Like, who is this guy? And I think it's like number 45 or something like that. But he is a monster. They have so many different weapons. And then he's a pass catcher. On top of being a really great blocking tight end, he's a really good pass catcher out of the formation. Again, I would not be upset if Notre Dame did win. Because bottom line is they played extremely well. But I just don't see it.
A lot has to go right for Notre Dame. There's no denying that fact. I've said Ohio State is a juggernaut. I'm not a fan of like Notre Dame all the way. Obviously, I'm going to root for my team, but a lot has to go wrong for Ohio State. Ohio State got to visualize playing against Michigan out there for them to be somewhat in the hunt for Notre Dame. They have to play turnover-less football. they gotta keep up score for score, and that's where Notre Dame does not do well. They don't have an explosive offense. Ohio State does.
Exactly.
So a lot has to go wrong for Ohio State to win. I do believe Ohio State to close it out, but I got to stay true to who I am. I'm going 24-20 Notre Dame, but I won't be surprised if it's 34-20 Ohio State. So that's where I'm at.
That's funny. Ryan Clark doesn't even believe in Notre Dame and his son on the team.
This is divisional round weekend. We just wanted to get up on here. Chef, you got something for us?
Ooh, wait a minute. You got me right on point. Hold on one second, good sir. I definitely do. And it's dealing with the playoffs, especially, my Baltimore game. Of course, I had to have something for that. So, Kelly, the quarterback from Buffalo, has one of the best winning records in the playoffs. He only lost one game out of 9 total playoff games. Who was the quarterback that beat him that one game?
Wasn't that the Music City Miracle game? Frank Wright?
No. Not in the Super Bowl, in the playoffs.
Yeah, it was a playoff.
Super Bowl, yeah.
It was a playoff game.
Who stopped him from going 8-1? I mean, who stopped him from going 9-0? Or should I say the first person there? Maybe I should say the first person to beat him. Because he went 8-1.
Oh, that was later. No, that was in the 90s. That was late 90s when that Music City. So we're talking about early 90s.
Early 90s.
I'm gonna say John Elway.
Nope. What about you, Fred?
Well, you led off by saying something about the Ravens. So I'm gonna go Trent.
No. This was early 90s.
Early 90s.
Yeah.
We're talking about Jim Kelly.
Yeah. We're talking about Jim Kelly. This is early 90s.
Early 90s.
Yeah, the Music City Miracle was like 99. Jim Kelly wasn't playing then.
I don't know. I'm just gonna throw it in Marino. Just gonna throw a guess out there.
When I tell you this, he's a lefty too.
He lefty? Oh, Boomer Esiason? Lefty quarterback. I don't remember too many lefty AFC quarterbacks.
The magical Mark Brunell.
Mark Brunell, Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
That was 93.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Gotta love it.
I was saying, I was like, didn't he lose some Super Bowls?
Yeah. He said
we weren't talking about Super Bowl. We were talking about Super Bowl. In the playoffs.
I was like, wait a minute.
Well, either way, I hope you guys enjoyed football weekend. Tonight we have UFC as well, UFC pay-per-view. The main event changed as of last night, so let's keep that in mind. But it's a good pay-per-view out in LA. Well, it's really Inglewood, but
Inglewood.
So
man,
that's a thing.
Prayers for California, man.
Flick, got anything to add?
No, sir. I have nothing.
So, our producer is gone. I think he did say he was at work. So,
yeah, he was streaming from work.
Right.
Yeah, he's putting in work right now.
With that being said, many people love basketball, football, and baseball, and we're not fans of these damn Dodgers. I'll tell you that much right now. Roki Sasaki, $6.5 million for 3 years, while he's under team control for 6 years. So they beat the system again. That's a different narrative, a different story, different day. I can't stand those damn Dodgers.
Dude,
I second that.
Loophole Central, LA Dodgers. With that being said, again, right now we're not liking baseball, but I mean, like UFC, wrestling, and heck, tennis. Naomi Osaka's out third round, left with injury, so she's out in the third round. So hey, we got a lot going on in sports. Great time to be a sports.
This dude is crazy.
So we will not repeat that.
John Marshall, you're a fool.
Hey, you're the epitome, John Marshall. You do you. I hope you have a great weekend because here, all sports.
Look, The city of Houston need to be on high alert. This boy is out of control. Somebody get the police over to his house right now. Put a strap and put something on him. Stop him.
Peace out.
All sports matters, guys. We love y'all. See you until next week.